Shiny Pokemon were introduced in Generation 2 with Pokemon Gold and Silver, and essentially, they're just a rare recolor of a Pokemon. And when it came to the recoloring of a Pokemon, sometimes they really said recolor and moved one number of the color code and called it a day. And other times, they went insanely hard and gave us god-looking Pokemon. They didn't have to go so hard and so Pokemon. Some of them even look so much better than the original counterparts. Honestly, I wish I could have some of them on my team, but my patience is non-existent. So unless it's someone kind and generous to give them to me, here's just the Pokemon I would like. In all seriousness though, some shinies look really good. So here's my list of top 10 best looking shiny Pokemon. Warning! Most of these are based on my opinion. It's based on my taste and overall thoughts on how the new color schemes look on certain Pokemon. So if you think differently, then here's me to you. Question of the day. What is your favorite shiny? With all that out of the way, let's start. Magneton. It's a very subtle change they made to them, but it looks more realistic and honestly looks so much better than the original one. You could also tell me this was Magneton's original color scheme and I'd believe it. I think my favorite detail about them is that the magnets are monochrome. It's such a tiny change, but I just love it. I love how the colors just merge together. My eyes are basically blessed. It's really good. Okay, so for this one, it may be considered cheating, but I have the same opinions on them. It's Lapras and Vaporeon. Dare I say Vaporeon gets a little ahead maybe, since most evolutions have really bad shinies, but both look really good. Both water Pokemon are complemented by that specific shade of pink, purple, correct me in the comments below. And overall makes me believe that maybe more water Pokemon should be this color. Like honestly, blue is getting boring here. Team pink or purple. Whoa! Zoroark. It's such a subtle change they made to Zoroark, but it's so small, yet it makes so much of a difference. They made their fur a little more brown, but just such a smidge! And with that shade of bright blue, it all comes together. The blue stands out so much, yet it never clashes with the body. You'd think that with Zoroark already having a bluish, purplish fur, the blue edges would look better. But I think having that subtle change from cool skin to a warmer tone, it makes it stand out so much better. And dare I say, the blue looks so much better than the red? It looks so cool! And a quick shout out to Umbreon, whose shiny looks pretty awesome with the blue accents as well. Toucannon. It genuinely is only here for one reason only. Bisexual King! No, but for real, that bisexual color scheme looks really good on it, my god. Let's go! Another tie. This time, instead of it being pink, now it's the color yellow. So here they are, Azumarill, Altaria, and Luxray. I think the yellow looks so much better on Luxray since they're an electric type and makes it look more badass. But since it's a very similar shade of yellow, I decided to throw in Azumarill and Altaria. Especially since it makes them look even better. I guess because instead of staying in the cold, borderline warmer tones that Vaporeon and Lapras had, becoming fully warm colored Pokemon makes them stand out so much more, and it also enhances the heat of the Pokemon. In Luxray's case, instead of looking cold and sinister, now it looks full of rage and power, and for Azumarill and Altaria, they feel more cuddly and warmer, just like the color yellow. It's such a random color swap in hindsight, but it actually changes so much in them. Magikarp. Realistically, I could have included it with the other yellow Pokemon, but it's so much more interesting with Magikarp. The other three are already powerful and loved Pokemon, whereas Magikarp, he is not that loved when it comes to usefulness. So by giving it a color scheme that makes it look golden, it actually makes it seem more valuable. It even shines and glitters just like gold. So it is more so the poetic meaning rather than just the look. It makes it look more valuable, and of all Pokemon, Magikarp really deserves this. Eevee. While the original Eevee also gave off Christmas vibes, shiny Eevee goes even more. It looks like a snow Eevee. It's so cute! And honestly, this color scheme should have been Eevee's original color, since it kinda looks washed out and dull, so that when it evolves, it gets personality and color. Sorry for the accidental shade, Eevee, I'm sorry! It's really pretty, and an amazing counterpart to the original Eevee. Rayquaza, fight me. Giving the color black to shinies is a very common thing, and a lot of them pull it off amazingly. But it's the fact that their stripes also change to a gorgeous yellow make it pop even more. And yet, it's not dark enough where the black part of them doesn't just disappear. It looks so cool. I wish I could say more, but it just looks awesome. Charizard. The reason Charizard is so high, not only because it looks amazing, but because it pretty much changed every generation, going from a purple looking thing to the black and dark red dragon we know and love. It took a lot for them to find the right shade of black, but once they got it, they managed to make Charizard even more badass looking. Kinda makes me wish he was a dragon type, but Charizard's shiny form is the definition of, with a little patience, you will go places. Emboar. This might be a hot take, but Emboar just looks so amazing. Changing Pokemon accents is such a little change, yet it can do so much for a Pokemon. Having the flames around his body be blue and purple, and with the red still being a part of his body, using an analogous color scheme makes it not only so much more pleasant for my eyes, but makes it contrast and match all of it. Do not know if any of you agree, but we have to at least acknowledge what a step up it is from the original Emboar. I'm not the biggest fan of you, Emboar, but if you had this color scheme, honestly, I might choose you in a heartbeat. Shiny Pokemon are such a cool addition to the game. It really doesn't change how the main game functions, but if anything, it adds more lore to Pokemon, and I appreciate that. I really wish I could have some of them in my team. Like, genuinely, they're so cool looking. In the end, the fun thing about shinies is that we will probably never find any of our favorite shinies and use them in the games. Unless you want to use a third part of your life to find it, but I do want to appreciate everyone who shiny hunts. It's a sport that gives so much validation and endorphins that I wish I had the patience to be able to feel those things. So we salute you, and maybe ask of you to find any of these Pokemon on this list. Teehee. I've tried shiny hunting in the past, but to no avail. I ran out of patience so much, but whenever I watch videos of people shiny hunting, it fuels me with this false hope that maybe I can catch a shiny. But that never lasts. The only shiny Pokemon I've ever caught in my lifetime are a shiny Growlithe I accidentally found in Pokemon Moon, and a shiny Fennekin in Pokemon Go. Maybe in another lifetime where I had more patience, I'd become a shiny hunter. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more unprofessional opinions. See you all for the next one. Bye!